Sabah El Kheir. We're finally doing this. We're recording. It is happening. I remember when I created the account on Instagram, I'm like, I don't know. I just woke up one day and I'm like, I'm starting a podcast and I'm gonna call it the Sabah El Khair podcast. We'll sit down, have morning chats. I have my coffee. I already ate my breakfast and snack. This was like some sort of bowl. Honestly, I don't even know what I put in it, but I mixed everything: Greek yogurt, chia seeds, cocoa powder, maple syrup, and it still was not really, I don't know how to explain it. So then I put it in the air fryer and it was fine. I think because I added some chocolate, I'm like, okay, this can work. This can be something. I don't mind it, you know? But oh my gosh, I don't know. I didn't write any notes. I just wanted this to be more of like an introduction, kind of where things are gonna, like what I imagine things would be like for the podcast. I really do want it to be a place where I can just rant or empty my thoughts in my mind because I'm the type of person when I have something on my mind or when I'm like thinking about something or I'm going through something, the best way for me to deal with it is to sit down and talk to someone about it. And the way I automatically feel better or I feel like I just need a perspective, and sometimes just even talking about it to myself makes me feel better. Getting it off my chest, getting things off my mind. And just like really, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to having this space where we can talk, chat, maybe even incorporate messages being sent in. I don't know. But I made a coffee also, and I don't have the milk that I usually use, which is an oat milk. And it's not, I thought I could cover it up with some maple syrup. I don't know why maple syrup is like the problem solver for everything. I just put it in all my food and I think it automatically will make it better. But it's okay. The thing is, I can't even figure out what the problem is with it. Yeah. So it's pretty much my weekend, and this is what one wall of my apartment looks like here in Dubai. My parents visited, when was it? Was it April? I think they came in April. And they were like, Linda, your apartment feels really cold and you need to redecorate. I didn't have any of this on the wall. Like, this is all my mom's work. She's an artist. She has La Maison d'Art Gallery in Beirut, in Ashrafiyeh, and this is her work. She sent it here because she saw pictures and she's like, Linda, you need art on the walls. Like, I grew up with art being all around me, and in our house, it's like there's not a plain wall, there's not an empty space, not an empty wall. Everything is covered in art. So it definitely made the place a lot more warm, I would say. I put a candle. I have some new pillows, covers, a carpet, and I think that really helped. I even got like a dresser over here. And when you move somewhere, I think it's really important to make it feel homey and to feel like your space and to decorate. And that took me such a long time for some reason. Like, I didn't want to do it at first. And I don't know what that is. Like, trying to think back, why did I do that? Like, why didn't I want to change anything about the space. The only thing that I did was a full on deep cleaning of everything, like the walls to the floor to the curtains to the ACs, like everything. But I didn't really decorate. And now looking back, I feel it made such a big difference. And whenever my sister Jess would come, she'd also like add a few touches here and there. She got me this light, which is really cute. So I appreciate them doing that for me. But what I really wanted to talk about is moving. Like when you move your life to a whole new place, so much changes and you learn so much without even realizing it. And it's crazy. So, if you don't know me that well, my name, wow, I love how I started this podcast. Actually, let's not get into moving just yet. I love how I started this whole podcast, didn't even introduce myself, didn't say my name, nothing, as if everyone already knows, like whoever's clicking on this already knows. But let me do a little backstory because I don't think anything that I say now will make sense if I don't say a little backstory. So, okay, first of all, to do that, I had to wear my hoodie, which I wear I wear this whenever I want to feel comfy, and I've just worn this in so many moments that starting my podcast I had to wear this washed out black hoodie because it's actually sentimental to me at this point. And if you look back at my videos, I think the most important videos that I ever filmed are like just I have to wear this hoodie. It is my comfort hoodie. So, yeah. Anyways, my name is Linda and my middle name is Christina. My last name is Karam. I'm Lebanese, but I was born and I grew up in the US until I was 10 years old. And I would love to go into so many stories and just really break down that whole transition, like from my childhood to living in the US and then moving to Lebanon one summer and my life completely changing. Um, I really do feel like that alone, that's already a lot. Um, but yeah, so my parents are Lebanese and lived in the US for a long time and decided like one day that they would like to move back to Lebanon, be reunited with the family and have us grow up knowing knowing our nationality, where we're from. And I look back at all of that now and now have like moving again and I live in Dubai on my own. That must have been such a hard decision for my parents and it really shaped and formed who I am because I always think about it and I did a short film about it which I was in film school for a little bit as well about like not knowing if you stayed somewhere who you would be. And if there's a universe in where you did, like I never moved to Lebanon, who would I have been? Or if my parents decided to move earlier on and I grew up in Lebanon, who would I have been? Like there's so many questions about that. I don't know. I always think about it. That's like my late night thoughts. Okay. I get so many late night thoughts. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much a little bit about me, why I sound like this as well. I don't know, the accent just stuck. It just stuck and it wouldn't go away. But I think like when I was in America, people could tell that I have a little bit of an accent, which is yeah. So when I say so and like a lot and I realize it in this podcast. I'm sorry about that. I'm still getting used to all of this and trying to be a little bit professional, which this mic is totally DIY. I'm actually talking into a mini mic that I taped onto this actual podcast mic because I couldn't figure out how to use the actual podcast mic. So we're just going to have to go with this little DIY situation. What did I want to say? why I decided to name the podcast Sabah El Kheir is because I've always really loved documenting my life and filming and creating content for the longest time. If you know, you know. I've started on YouTube. G- First of all, if you know me from YouTube, you don't know the OG me. I don't think anyone does. I had a YouTube obsession. Thank, thank God I would write down my usernames in a journal that I had because I managed to log in and delete all of that content, which now I'm kind of sad about it. Like now looking back that I'm 25, I'm like, why would I delete that? It's actually so funny, but I do have it backed up on a BlackBerry SD card. I need to find that. We need to go deep dive into this content. It's just really funny. Okay. I had a YouTube channel. I don't know how my mom allowed this, but my mom's always been supportive of all of my crazy thoughts and ideas, and she's just supportive with it. She's like, "You do you, okay? Do your thing. You want to create like my mom is like the creative side, and my dad is like the more, I don't know, businessy serious side. So my mom has always had this like just explore creativity and find your thing. So anyways, I started a YouTube channel and I don't know, I had so many. I had Superstar Linda 1, I had Linda Christina something something, Justin Bieber fan number 1, like all these accounts, okay? And I first started with some YouTube, I would like do covers singing. And I remember singing Bruno Mars, Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, all the covers, instrumental, karaoke. I tried creating an album once with my cousin, like a Christmas album. We did the full on photo shoot. We were learning on the iPad how to make music, like how to actually make music. We were doing covers of Christmas songs, writing new Christmas songs. I wish we did that. Like, I wish we finished it. I think we started it and then I don't know what happened to the rest of it. But we always like I love that there was so much boredom and time to really just get into these things because when I look back, we did shows in our backyard. We did lemonade stands. We did all those childhood things. And yeah, so we would always like sing and post them on YouTube. It would be me and my sister, my brothers, my cousins. We're all really close and I would just like put that like put on some auto tune and release like a whole thing. That was how I first started on social media. What else would I do? I would do challenges, I think, or all of this was filmed on BlackBerry, by the way, or an iPad. And yeah, I did like food challenges too. I remember the food challenges. Crazy. That those channels I took them down, but the channel that I remember, like the channel that I have now, is I was in high school and dreaming about starting a YouTube channel. In my break time, I would sit and write YouTube ideas. I had a book that I would just write the whole, not script, but bullet point outline of how I want to do the video. And I did that for like, I think 10 ideas. I like I took my time starting my channel because I was doing the header. I still have them, I think, on a hard drive. Like the original header was like hot pink, cursive Linda Christina 23. And I took my time with it. I was planning things out. I did like a photo shoot for my picture on my YouTube. I remember it was in my room and I was standing on the wall, which was painted hot pink. And I matched the cover photo with my photo. You know, I wanted to have a theme. And that channel started, I think I was in the 10th grade, so I was like 16. And randomly one morning, just like today, I woke up and I'm like, I'm starting my channel today. Like, I got a camera. I didn't even research the camera, but it was like a not autofocus camera. So someone had to be sitting behind the camera focusing it, or the whole thing would be out of focus. And I needed to stay in the same spot unless if someone refocused the camera. It was a disaster camera, and genuinely would not recommend for someone starting a channel to use a camera like that. But I wanted to be professional, you know? And now I realize like you could do that on your phone and it would at least autofocus. So many times I'd film and it would be out of focus and that would drive me crazy. But I did the first video, and from there it was, at that time even, it wasn't like a really common thing to start a YouTube channel, or at least in the high school that I went to. And it was just like I randomly posted it on a like Thursday, and I like put on my Instagram story, check out my new YouTube video link. Like, I don't know how I linked it, but yeah, it was just, I just wanted to start. And I think I did have like a I was doing my whole Hannah Montana moment where I had two Instagram accounts, like one private one, which was my personal one, and then I created like one specifically for content and stories and posting about YouTube and just more photos. I don't know. I was stepping away from my aesthetic side, and I don't think I've ever had an aesthetic side to me, because that is why I love apps like TikTok and stuff where I can just post whatever and not think about a feed or think about what order I should post. I don't know. I've always been more about the, I don't know, the non-aesthetic. But yeah. So I had like another Instagram for that. I had my Snapchat, created another Snapchat for it. And it's now the Snapchat that I use. I'm like, logging in and out of Snapchat is a whole thing that I could just need to stick with one. And I was super consistent with it. And I started posting YouTube videos after YouTube videos. I had like so many. A lot of them are privated, but I promise I'm going to bring them back. I think there was a point when I'm like, I don't relate to this content anymore, but then I had to realize like you don't have to relate to who you were before. I mean, we grow up and stuff, but it still was a part of me, and like I don't know. So I do want to post back the content. I will. I will, I promise. I get messages about it sometimes and I'm like, should I just do it? I should. It's just that there's so many videos that I'm like, oh, that is me private. Like, what? How did I spend so much time doing it and now I have to spend so much time undoing it? Um, but yeah, so that was how I started on YouTube. And then fast forward, I'm just gonna skim through it. We can go into more detail if you want me to. And please do tell me what you want me to talk about sometimes, because I can first get off topic. I should have probably written some notes. And I can also like, I don't know, not know what to talk about, but there's so many things. Like, oh my gosh, so many things that I've experienced, and a lot of story times. Trust me. So much. I've experienced a lot of different things, like all different things that I feel could be cool to talk about and to get a, you know, anyways. So pretty much I TikTok came about. Like there was a time I was on YouTube, Snapchat, whatever. I even had a Keek. Yeah, there was a Keek phase. Kick, it was like, what was it? There was another platform. You guys, there were other platforms too. Let's not forget Keek. Or was it Keek? I remember everyone was on that, and you would just like upload a video, and there was Pia Mia on it. I would see Sophia Richie and Pia Mia, followed them on there. I don't remember how what is it, like an interface or like how the app worked, but you would just upload videos. And I was in the eighth grade. I remember I'm like, school's over. Like you would post like a 10-second video or something. Also, there was Vine that I was trying to trying to be on and to be funny and everything. Oh my gosh, the Vine days. But yeah, like it's crazy. What happened to Keek? I'm trying to think now. I want to find those videos. Like, I really want them back. Like, I want to see what I would even post on this app. But it would be like singing covers or like, I don't know, hair tutorials. Like, you would just post anything. It was a very like unedited, one shot, post the video type of thing, not even no edits. So you would have to repeat the video. I remember once I was like in school and we're like school's over, summer break, and we did it like 10 times to get it right and then post it on Keek. I really wonder what happened to that. And Vine. Like Vine. We need Vine back. Anyways. And then once TikTok started to be, I was on Musically, also Musically before TikTok, there was Musically. And the algorithm was so different on Musically and the dancing thing and the movements and everything I tried. I'm so sure those videos exist on one of my hard drives or my laptop or something. I will find it. I will find all of this content that I'm talking about. You need visuals. I kind of like would love to do like a like to really go into my hard drives and find this content that I'm talking about, but at the same time, do I really want to resurface this type of content? Probably not. Over the years, there's so many platforms, so many different types of content. When I started YouTube, it wasn't vlogs and stuff. It was DIY, glitter hair roots. It was sit down Q&As, like so much. It was like more sit down or challenges, I would say, or like, yeah, 10 things about me, the oversaturation. Yeah, 2016 YouTube days. And then yeah, Keek, Vine, Instagram, everything. Um, times change, and then TikTok came about. I could not figure out how I was gonna what I was supposed to do on this app because I can't dance, unfortunately. Maybe to like the uns uns techno deep house music, I can, but my dancing skills are still a work in progress, and I would love to get better. But at the time, I'm like, these TikTok dances, I'm learning them. It is taking me 100 tries, 100 videos, and hours of practice. I'm sweating, I'm melting. I don't know what to do. I want to be on TikTok, but I can't dance. So I'm like, Mom, how could you let me quit ballet? Like, how could you let me stop these dancing classes? Like, now I can't post a TikTok dance because I didn't do my dance lessons. Um, so I'm like, okay, listen, the dancing isn't working for me. I need to think of something else because if the dancing's not working, we just need to move on. We need to find something that will work, you know? So I thought about it. I was posting like funny content. I would do skits with my sister, just random stuff. I would post anything. Like, why not, you know? And then I'm like, you know what? I saw it wasn't a vlog, but it had a voiceover. Like the video had a voiceover, and it was someone trying to make chocolate strawberry covered no, strawberry covered chocolate by leaving their chocolate bar out in the car in the sun and then coming back. But it was in the form of like a vlog style video, but I don't think vlogs were really big on TikTok back then. And so I saw this, I'm like, ooh, I like the voiceover style of video. Why don't I just like film my day and do like a TikTok vlog? And that is how it started. That's how the idea clicked to me. And I'm like, okay, that is like, I could do a vlog. But at the time, TikTok wasn't all CapCutty. It wasn't really like easy to edit the videos, but I did want to film on TikTok. So I would film the clip as it is, then move on to filming the next clip. And there wasn't like the editing really. Could you like shorten the clip? Maybe, but it would glitch sometimes. So I was really particular. And oh, sometimes like the clip, if it was 0 point something seconds and you accidentally leave it, you couldn't delete it. And there would be a random like selfie of me in the middle, like just pop up for a split second, but I couldn't do anything about it. And I just wanted to keep everything on TikTok. And So I filmed these vlogs and put it together like that. Just would film each clip. TikTok got more advanced with the editing, but I'd add on a voiceover. And this is why I named this podcast Sabah El Kheir, because as you know, I speak English, but I do also speak Arabic. Maybe that is debatable. Um, but I think I can speak some Arabic. Okay, I lived in Lebanon long enough and I've lived in the Middle East long enough. So فيني أحكي عربي كتير منيح, let's just say. And I wanted my videos to really reach the Middle East because I could tell like most of my viewers were from Lebanon or from the Middle East. So I'm like, I'm translating my video and I'm gonna do the voiceover word for word in Arabic. Like, there is not gonna be an English word in this video. And so I started by saying, like, usually I'd be like, good morning. I'm like, صباح الخير, اليوم, كيفكن اليوم, na 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 na. And that is exactly how it started. I just wanted to translate my English videos to an Arabic video, and I wanted it to be just understood in the Middle East. And because I was so consistent with it and posting these vlogs every single day for 365 days at the time, it pretty much like it just stuck to me, and it kind of like it just became a thing. And I remember this was in lockdown time, so COVID times, when I was at home and I was not just in like Beirut home, like in the city, I was in the mountains, so far away from everything, and just really trying to fill up my time. It was just like when I was childhood me doing lemonade stands or shows or making like this Christmas albums or whatever I was doing. It was like I was doing that all over again and in the same house and the same kind of like when I was there and I was young, I didn't drive at all. I was there for the summer and we would stay there, you know? So it was the same thing. I was in this house, it was lockdown. Like I had to just come up with something to fill my time and to feel productive. Like, yes, I was in university, but it was like summer break and I wanted to do something, but what was there to do other than to bake, to be home, to like come up with little projects, to do little morning workouts or to just do anything. I would just fill up my time. I would do morning workouts. I would have lunch with my family. I'd help my mom prepare lunch. Like I would just do whatever I could and go to the garden, get some fruits. What else would I do? I was watching The Vampire Diaries. I remember that was like, ugh, I love that. I don't even let myself rewatch it because I know I'll get addicted again. And I just started Emily in Paris again because I love it. And I work in marketing. So now watching it back and actually working in marketing, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's so cute. And you understand it so differently. But back to the story. Yeah. So I would just fill up my time. I would go to the supermarket, just really whatever I was up to, I was vlogging it and I was making the most of it. And I would do the voiceovers in Arabic and the Sabah El Kheir thing just stuck and I love it. and, and now I'm like, I should probably call the podcast that because I don't know, I just relate to it the most. And when like I realized that the Sabah El Khair thing was kind of like not only sticking to me when I would start every video and I'd want to start it that way, but people started recognizing it. It's so funny because I didn't realize that. But one day I was in Beirut and I was walking around and someone's like, are you the Sabah El Khair girl? And I'm like, what? Like, you don't realize that people are watching this. And that is the funniest thing with filming things like this because right now I'm filming and I'm talking to myself in these four walls. But then, yeah, I pretty much I just have been named the Sabah El Khair girl, and I'm not complaining. I think, it works. It works. It's how I started those vlogs, and now get to look back at those vlogs, and I have a whole year of my life documented pretty much, and it's so crazy to me. And I think why I like doing this is because even when I grew up, my mom recorded everything. Like every talent show, every like in the US. I don't know what happened in Lebanon, but she just stopped filming once we made it to Lebanon, genuinely. I don't think there's any home videos in Lebanon. But when we were young, I think she just really cared about like our childhood being documented. Then like Facebook came out, and so I think it was more posting pictures at the time. And so that's why there's so many albums. Don't check out my mom's Facebook, please, guys. Please. Please don't get check my mom's Facebook. But when we were young in the US, she was vlogging pretty much. Like at the time, there was no platform to put the videos on, but she was vlogging our childhood on those like vlog little cameras. And yeah, that's pretty, I think that's how I got in to filming and wanting to film. And I was just inspired by my mom. And I get to watch my childhood back. And that's why I like filming, because then I get to look back at a time in my life that was so different. And you don't realize how much changes or how much happens in life until you see or you read. That's why I even journal. I haven't been journaling recently, but I have journal like I've been journaling since I was 8 years old. Like if you see my font, my handwriting, 5 words took up a whole page, but I love that I still have that and I can read that, and like the random things that I would write about like Halloween and what I'm gonna wear versus little high school drama, and then all these things that I was facing after high school and graduating and university, and then all this like post grad stress. That is like a whole thing that I need to talk about. But the things that you go through in life, sometimes we forget about them, or like we just put them away, and it gets locked up and just, I don't know. I think something like what you live in the present is more important, or like more things happen, and so that just becomes like a old memory. Even sometimes it's not like it goes away, or you can really be thinking about it, but you can remember it so differently, and then you read it and you're like, what? Like now, maybe like now I think about it differently 2 years later, but like that's how it happened. So I think documenting things matters a lot to me. I think maybe because I'm a little bit sentimental or like a lot. I'm a Pisces, guys. I don't know much about horoscope. I think I need to have someone join me sometime and we really get into horoscopes and stuff like that to really understand. To understand, I don't know. I'm a Pisces, so I understand we're a little like, they say we're emotional, sentimental. I like, to that I agree. Yeah, I have like drawers that'll just keep all these papers that remind me of something or a place or something from a trip that I had, or a bracelet, just anything from a time, from an experience, a sticker. It could be anything, like a water bottle wrapper, like whatever took me back to a time, or a place, a memory. I can just look at it, something that I can identify when I look at it. And I'm like, okay, that is from that place. Like it could be a coaster. I don't know. I like that. It's me. It's who I am. But that is pretty much the story. After like the being on TikTok for a little while, I wasn't posting as much, and that is like something I think I should get into in another video, because I feel like I've been talking for a little bit, like a little while. I just feel like for TikTok and everything and social media, I've been on it for like a while, and I think I just enjoy it, and that's why I've been like posting videos and stuff like that. It's just at this point it's something I genuinely enjoy doing. Like no one does it for that long. I know I've been like on and off and stuff with, but yeah, so drink my coffee. It's like dripping. There's a lot of humidity. I need to turn on the dehumidifier that just got me. I swear, what did I get for this apartment? I have one poster that is half flying off the wall. because I taped like one corner of it, so it's like just half flying off. And then the rest, my mom put these. I picked out the pillows though. I picked out this pillow and this pillow. This is double-sided. I wanted different colors in here. I like that pastel color. I think it's just, it makes me happy when I walk in. Everything's like pastel and baby pink and just colorful. I got a clock and an evil eye like picture, like an eye picture, because I got that at an event actually, like an eye for evil eye. I have that in here. Yeah, that's about it, really. When my mom walked in, she's like, "You have one poster on the wall. What is going on?" And a TV that's just for decoration. I think I genuinely don't like turning on the TV unless if it's like put Netflix or something, but I usually watch Netflix on my laptop, which I don't mind at all. A lot of people are like, why wouldn't you use the TV? But why I don't use the TV when I watch Netflix is just I want it next to me. Like my eyesight's not that great anyways, and I like to watch on my laptop. It's just I'm used to it. But also like having the TV on is I don't like having a TV on in my apartment unless if I'm playing like soft music or something. I don't ever turn on the TV. I haven't turned it on once. Not once. I don't know why, but I think growing up in like my house, the TV was never off. It was never off. So it was like constantly hearing the news, constantly hearing a musalsal, someone's crying, screaming, shouting. Like, I don't know. I genuinely do not like having a TV on or staying on unless if I'm playing like just some soft music or I just don't turn it on and I prefer watching on my laptop. But I will spend some more time decorating the place. For now, I'm kind of happy with how it's looking. And I just can't with all the leaks. I had a leak the other day as well, which was not fun. I walked in, I'm like, I hear water spraying noises. Yeah, so pretty much. Oh, also, my brother Richard, one of the triplets. So I also wanted to give a shout out to my brother. So actually, my brother moved out as well, and he moved to the US to New Mexico. Okay. And tell me why he calls me. He's working on getting a car. He moved apartments, got all the furniture, setting up. I'm like, I am proud of you. That is amazing. Like, it took me a year to put a dresser. Like, I am so proud. And I'm, I'm like, so you just did all that. Like he got his license. I'm still doing my courses online. Oh my gosh, the whole license thing though, I am losing my mind. I'm like, I've been driving for 5 years and I still don't drive in Dubai. I need to get my license. So I've been doing all the classes and everything, and I'm like, I just want to drive and I just need to finish the classes. So my brother managed to just do it and get his license. And yeah, I don't know, I'm very proud of him. I think that's amazing. I should get some updates from him or call him. We have the same off days, so we usually call, update each other. He'll be like doing something, having lunch, and I'll just be doing something and having lunch, and we'll just like talk or keep silence. I don't know. I just really love hearing updates from my family and calling them and talking for like an hour and seeing what they're up to. I also was in Lebanon like 2, 3 weeks ago, so that was a really nice trip and I enjoyed it. I don't know. I do enjoy my family time, and I'm trying to also make the most of this time here. Uh, the quiet moments, the quiet weekends, but then I'll just be like, okay, it's a little bit too much. I'm just gonna call someone, call my mom, call my dad, hear their updates. When I call, yesterday, I was at the gym and I called my mom and I hear 10 side conversations going on. There's like someone talking over there. Like it's just so much. And sometimes I really miss that because when you move out and you live on your own, it's like this is what I hear. there's like birds chirping, which is nice. Like I like that, but I'm just used to the the craziness at home. So yeah, anyways, I think I really went into a lot of different subjects and topics and stuff, but I just really wanted to start and to see where this goes. Probably next time we'll have a script or something, not a script. Probably next time I should have some notes down of like what I want to talk about, but I thought today could just be a freestyle, what's on my mind, and a little bit of an introduction. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the video in here. Wow, I can't talk anymore. Wow. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop this podcast here. I really appreciate everyone that made it through this and is listening, and I promise I will get better at this. It is just the start, and please comment, let me know what you would like to see. This is like a whole different style of content for me, and I really want to know what you would like to see as well for me to film some topics. I used to do a lot of YouTube videos that were sit down, and I had this like therapy Thursday where we just talk about different subjects. I would get questions in and we would talk about it. Kind of reminds me of that, and I really enjoyed those like Thursday videos. So maybe we could do some Thursday therapy. I don't know how reliable or how serious you should take me. I feel like I'm still learning every single day, but sometimes we just need a little bit of advice from one another. Uh, I don't know, of advice from me. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how great my advice is, but I can definitely try to not mess things up for you. Okay, I'm just gonna, yeah, I think I need 10 to hear. I'm lost for my words are not wording anymore, but I'm so glad that I did this. Please like and subscribe and do all of those things. I should just say it like my old YouTube outros. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what your thoughts are. I think it was something like that. But if you enjoy this style of content, these podcasts, please, I don't know what's going on with the birds. Sorry, I got distracted, but the birds are like flying in every single direction. And I'm like, what does that mean? What is going on? Uh, okay. The way I'm sitting is kind of uncomfortable. And I think I should make something, cook something up, chef it up right now. I'm kind of hungry again. I made jello, or not jello, like a chocolate pudding yesterday, and that was so good. I loved it. I was just watching Emily in Paris and eating my chocolate pudding, and that was like my ideal night. That was like the best Sunday night ever. I was so happy about it. And yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go and end the podcast here. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it through, please just comment like, what should we comment? I want to pick a like a nice emoji or something. Comment if you made it this far. Comment what is my favorite emoji? Comment like a cereal bowl. Yeah. If you made it this far, comment like a cereal bowl, a coffee, maybe what you want to see in next episodes. I just want to know, yeah, what you want to see. And I'm glad that we had this talk, this chat. It was so fun and I really enjoyed it. So I can't end this. I'm loving it. Okay, I have to. I'm sorry. We gotta. It's been like an hour. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Tell me what day I should post though. Like what day am I supposed to post these podcast episodes? I feel like I didn't even think about that. I just started recording. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to my Emily in Paris because the new season's coming out. I'm so excited. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, bye bye.